We'll start in child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, knees out wide. Slowly crawl your fingertips towards the top of your mat and relax your forehead down. On your inhales, lengthen through your spine. On your exhales, sink your hips towards your heels. Press down into your palms and your fingertips. Feel your shoulder blades spread wide. Inhales to lengthen, exhales to sink. Just stay here. Notice your breath, starting with open mouth exhales. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Knowing that you can come back to this pattern of breath at any point throughout your practice. On your next round of breath, inhale through the nose. Seal your lips, exhale through the nose with a slight constriction in the back of your throat. Ujjayi breath. Continue like this, but again, know that the open mouth exhale is there throughout the rest of the class whenever you may need it. Keep breathing. Notice your space. Notice any points of tension in your body. We're just beginning our practice, so really feel grounded here. There's nowhere to be, nothing to do. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. On your next inhale, press up to tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Find some organic movement here. Maybe sway side to side. Maybe flip your wrists and take a nice wrist stretch with your fingers facing your knees, palms on the ground. A wrist and forearm stretch. You can stay here. You can rock slightly back and forth to determine the intensity of this forearm and wrist stretch. Maybe flip your palms to the ceilings, again with fingertips pointing towards your knees to stretch through the back of the wrist. Again, you can find that gentle rocking motion in order to intensify or de-intensify the stretch. Wherever you are, take a couple more rounds of breath before coming back to neutral tabletop position. Maybe you get a couple neck cracks. Maybe you roll through your neck. Maybe you sway your body. And then slowly come back to a neutral tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Send your tailbone up towards the sky. Drop your belly. Draw your throat and your gaze forward and slightly up. Deep breath in. Exhale, cat pose. Round and curl. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Press into your palms and the top of your feet. Find that arch in your back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral tabletop position. Tuck your toes. Find a bear pose. So lift your knees 2 inches off of your mat. Hover, hold. Draw your core up and in. Engage through your quads. Send your heels towards the back. Keep your shoulders stacked on top of your wrists. Hold 4. Hold 3. Hold 2. And 1, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a generous bend in your knees to start. Maybe pedal out your legs. Deeply bend one knee, straighten the other, and then switch. Press your chest towards your thighs. Relax your shoulders down your back and swivel your biceps to frame your ears. Draw your core up and in towards your spine. Send your heels down towards the ground, but they don't need to touch the mat. Relax your neck. Inhale, gaze forward. Take small steps until your toes meet your wrists. Grab for opposite elbows and hang, ragdoll pose. Gently sway side to side if that feels good. Take a deep bend in your knees so that your chest meets your thighs. Allow your neck, your head to hang heavy. Feel spaciousness and release in your lower back. Slowly release your hands to the ground. Heel toe your toes to touch with a sliver of space between your heels. Inhale, halfway lift, bring your hands to your shins or your thighs. Iron out your spine, so find a long, straight spine, gaze straight down. With your heels staying on the ground, draw your weight into the ball mounds of your feet. So shift your weight forward. Keep your core engaged here. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. You can grab behind your calves. You can release your hands to the ground. You can take a bend in your knees. Find that chest to thigh compression. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, mountain pose. Ground into the four corners of your feet. Draw your hands towards the back of your space, your palms to face the back. Relax your shoulders down your back. Send your tailbone down towards the ground and knit in your ribs. Inhale. Exhale, lifted back bend. Cactus your arms, shine your chest towards the sky. Draw your weight towards your heels. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, hold. Send your heels to the back. Keep your shoulders in line with your hips. Draw your core up and in. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower to the ground. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet down into your mat. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, baby cobra. Slightly draw your chest up. Press down into the tops of your feet. You can keep your hands planted on the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Engage your core. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes. Press into your palms. Come up to a high plank or move through tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your space. Step or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise tall. Exhale, lifted back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, hold, moving into our chaturanga. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down to find a 90-degree bend in your elbows. Press the tops of your feet into your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Option to skip chaturanga throughout class if that does not feel like it's serving you today. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise tall. Exhale, lifted back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank chaturanga. Find your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold here, breathe. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Listen for the change. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips down, send your arms forward. Draw your core down towards your belly button, so knit your ribs in and draw them in. And then send your tailbone down. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. If this is too much on your arms, feel free to bring your hands to heart center. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale, airplane your arms. Send your arms back. Squeeze your triceps to lift your hands up off of your hips. Maybe wiggle all 10 toes. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, send your right foot to the outside of your left hip. Find hip circles. 3 going one direction. And then switch. 3 going the other direction. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, step your foot between your palms. Find a low lunge. Plant your left palm down. Inhale, simple twist. Send your right arm to the sky. Lift that left hip up off of the ground, away from your mat. Find a slight twist in your spine as you gaze straight up or straight down. Deep breath in. Exhale, release your palm down. Ground down into that front foot. Inhale, crescent lunge. Square your hips forward. Send your tailbone down. Again, engage through your core. Find a 90-degree bend in your front knee. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, open twist right. Send your right arm to the back, left arm to the front. Option to gaze straight forward or gaze back over that right hand. Find the balance here. Find one point to focus on. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Find a 90-degree bend in your front knee. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Gaze over your front fingertips. Hold here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Send your back arm down your back leg, or find a bind behind your back. Send your right arm straight up. Feel this stretch along your right side body. Inhale. Exhale, high to low plank chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, send your left foot to the outside of your right hip. Find hip circles. 3, one direction. And then 3, reverse the circle. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms. Ground here, ground that right hand. Inhale, your left hand high, simple twist. Again, lift that right hip up, away from your mat. Find the twist in your spine. Gaze straight up or straight down. Breathe, deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more breath. Exhale, release your hand down. Ground down into that front foot. Inhale, crescent lunge. Square your hips forward, send that tailbone down. Find the 90-degree bend in your front knee. Back heel high. Relax your shoulders. Hold here. Draw that core in. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, open twist left. Send your left arm to the back, right arm forward. Engage your core. Option to gaze straight to the side, or option to gaze back over your left hand. Breathe. Find one point to focus on. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Find a 90-degree bend in your front knee. Stack your shoulders over your hips, gaze over the front fingertips. Back foot is parallel with the short edge of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Back arm tracks down that back leg. Left arm reaches high. Feel the stretch along the left side body. Option to find a bind with your right arm. Inhale here. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float top of your space. Find a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. We've been here before. Maybe sink 1 inch lower in your hips. Draw your core in. Relax your shoulders. Breathe. Hold. And hold. Keep coming back to your breath. Keep noticing your inhales and your exhales. Press down into your heels. Deep breath in. Exhale, airplane the arms. Hold. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind your back. Use your triceps to lift your hands. Hold 1 inch lower in your hips. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths. Option for open mouth exhales here as we start to warm up the body. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale your right heel high. Exhale, step through low lunge straight into it. Inhale, simple twist, right arm high. Hold. Exhale, release down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Listen for the change. Exhale, airplane crescent. Hinge your chest over your thigh. Send your arms to the back. Draw your core up and in. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, open twist. Right arm towards the back. Hold. Inhale, exalted warrior. Your right hand goes to the back of your left leg. Left arm goes straight up. Hold here, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale. Exhale, spiral warrior two. Stack those shoulders on top of your hips. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. You can rest your right forearm on top of your right thigh, or you can send it down. Use your core to lift your left hand closer to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, star pose. Heels in, toes out. Burst open. Hands to heart center, sink down, horse pose. Exhale. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your knees out wide. Using your inner thighs, your outer glutes. Sink a little lower. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Hold here for a few breaths. Hold 3. Hold 2. Hold 1. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, spiral down. High to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, simple twist. Your left arm reaches up. Hold here, breathe. Exhale, release your palm down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane crescent. Hinge your chest over your left thigh. Draw your core up and in. Send your arms to the back. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, open twist. Left arm towards the back of your space. Breathe. Inhale, exalted warrior. Your left hand goes to the back of your right leg. Right hand reaches high. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Hold here. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Again, your left forearm can rest on your left thigh, or it can track your leg. Use your core to lift your right hand higher. Hold and breathe. Inhale, star pose, heels in, toes out. Exhale, horse, hands to heart center, sink low. Flowing through star to horse a few times on this side. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse, hold. Sink 1 inch lower, squeeze your glutes. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here in down dog. Maybe pedal out your legs. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your space, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink low. Exhale, airplane your arms, flowing through this. Inhale, chair. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, chair. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, chair. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high, flowing breath to movement. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, simple twist, right arm high. Exhale, release. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist, right arm back. Inhale, exalted warrior. Right hand to back of left leg. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, 1 time, horse. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, spiral down, high to low plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, simple twist. Exhale, release. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane crescent. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist, left arm back. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose, heels in, toes out. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, spiral down, high to low plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe here, flowing through breath to movement one more time. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, simple twist. Exhale, release. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane crescent. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist, right arm back. Inhale, exalted warrior. Left arm high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose, heels in, toes out. Exhale, horse, sink low. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, spiral down, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step through. Inhale, simple twist. Exhale, release. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, airplane crescent. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist, left arm back. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse, sink low. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, spiral down, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. From here, find a child's pose. Take a minute. Take a breath. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Press up to a tabletop position. And then find a seat. Moving into our cool down, a little bit more relaxed stretching. Bring the sole of your left foot to meet your inner right thigh. Inhale your arms up overhead. Square your shoulders over your right leg. Exhale, Janu Shirshasana, separate leg stretching pose on the right. You can stretch passively or actively here. For a passive stretch, allow your chest, your head, your neck to hang heavy over your leg. Just let everything fall. Use gravity rather than your muscles to draw you down. For an active stretch, draw your chest forward and pull yourself down over your leg very gently, very slowly. With stretching, we'll find points of discomfort, but if you ever get to the point of pain, come out of the stretch, release a bit until you no longer feel that pain. Inhale, come up. Send your left leg out long. Bring the sole of your right foot to meet your inner left thigh. Inhale, arms up overhead. Square your shoulders over your left leg. And then release down. Janu Shirshasana, separate leg stretching pose on the left. Again, you can take this as a passive or active stretch. Totally up to you. Stay here for 3 more breath cycles. Slowly come up towards center. Send both legs out in front of you. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, release down. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. This one you might feel a little bit more in your lower back as well, so be extra gentle with this stretch. If you feel extra flexible today, go ahead and take it active. But for myself, and if you feel like you need a little bit extra gentle stretching in your life, the way that I do these days, take it passive. Allow your chest, your head, your neck to hang heavy. Maybe press your hands on top of your shins or on the sides of your calves. Maybe you reach for those feet, but just with a light grip. Just release. Just let gravity do the work. Slowly come back up towards center. Shift your hips forward. Relax down on your back. Send your left leg out long. Bring your right knee in towards your right armpit. Deep breath in. Exhale. Breathe here. Keep your right shoulder blade glued onto your mat. Maybe gaze to the right if that feels good in your neck. Stack your right hip on top of your left. Slowly draw your knees back in towards center. Give them a squeeze, draw knees to chest, maybe rock side to side. Then send your right leg long. Bring your left knee in towards your left armpit. Give a little squeeze. And then supine twist on the left. Stack your left hip on top of your right. Find a cactus or a T with your arm. Keep your left shoulder blade glued onto your mat. Maybe gaze to the left. Option to close your eyes here. Slowly bring your knees back in. Once again, hug knees to chest. Give a little squeeze. Bring your forehead up to meet your knees. Little ball pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Release everything long. We'll be here for about 30 seconds to a minute, and I'll be here to guide you out. I encourage you to allow yourself to relax through this Shavasana. Start to bring awareness back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe rotate your wrists and your ankles. Maybe take a good morning stretch. Stretch your arms overhead. Point your toes. And then, however you feel comfortable, make your way to a seat. Maybe press one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, or bring your hands to heart center. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold. Deep breath out. Final deep breath in. Hold. Take a sip of air, fill up your lungs. Deep breath out. Bring your thumbs to your third eye center. From my heart to yours, thank you for joining in this practice.